thing we mentioned about the protocol is that if I ask a question that you feel uncomfortable with, you do not need to answer it. And if you do answer a question and you feel that, well, maybe I should have said that, we can take that away from the study, you can stricken it, or strike it. So we just want to make sure that we're sensitive to you, and we're not asking you to do anything that would be uncomfortable or awkward or cause you any problems. So the one thing we do ask is with the questions, if it's a yes or no response, if you can not just say yes or no, but as to why you said that, yes or no. I'll go ahead and read you the overview to the study, that way you get a better sense of what we're doing. In collecting oral histories of individuals from diverse groups, the purpose of asking participants to discuss their culture and perceptions of other people's cultures serves to reveal common themes across race, ethnicity, and religious boundaries. In particular, all cultures observe the common custom of food sharing at social events and holidays. Our intent is to bring groups together with an understanding of common experiences serving to expand our knowledge of diverse groups. Basically, we'll take all these interviews, we'll look at them, transcribe them, and see what's the same, what's different, and to give us a better understanding of people. So, obviously, we're very happy to have you participating in this study. So, from the first set of questions, it's mostly procedural. Can you just state your name and state your first and last name and spell them for us?
Okay, my name is Kim, K-I-M-K-I and B-U-M. I came from South Korea and I studied here almost 4 years. And my major is in interior design, the senior. And that's it.
Thank you. Why do you think you were chosen for this study?
Before I transferred here, I was in the Yonsei University and I was in architecture. My major was architecture. When I came here, I tried to take this similar classes. So when I'm researching, there's interior design classes, so I take that class right now.
Okay. I'm sorry, why do you think we're choosing you for this study?
For these projects or? Well, first of all, I know staff members, a few of them, and I have really lots of experience like culture issues, like culture differences. So they asking what I think I can explain it better than any others. I think so. That's why I'm participating for this.
Thank you. I know it seems rather obvious, but we do like to have you tell us why. I mean, obviously you're a diverse culture for us.
My culture, so I came from South Korea, and also I also have an experience living in also Japan, like 10 years. So compared with both like Japan and Korea and with the American culture, it's a lot of differences. So for example, like starting from the relationship, like starting with like a family and go far more to the friends or so. Like for example, like an Asian culture normally they're really hard to. They need some permissions for like body touching or like getting in their house or like boys and girls like different gender issues or so. Like it's hard to getting laid like as a friend. That's how we like have some more strict schools like a men's school, men's university, men's high school or middle school or girls middle school and high school, something like that. But in here, when I came here and talked with a lot of American friends and talking about their like pastime or how their like school lives or something like that, they have lots of like no matter what their gender is, just lots of friends and having a lot of fun experience, having been to a lot of places. Like they enjoy their really school lives and their relationship lives, but in Korea, like they're more, and also Japan, they're more like focusing on their study more. So quite cold. Their atmosphere is quite cold, but in here I can feel kind of warmness, I'm gonna say. I'm not saying like Korean culture is bad or something like that. We just more want to be more like success our like a dream or some other things. And both countries like Korea and Japan, like we need to study for that to succeed. That's why people getting more like focus on their studying during their like a school term. And also food issues, if I want to tell. For example, Korea want to during the eating, for example, like a family time and during the dining, we want to share everything. That's why we have one big pot at there, and we don't have any like specific dishes for each other, but just we shared that one big pot of food for that. So everyone can put their like a chopstick or spoon in their pot. Some people say it's gonna be dirty or something like that, but well, actually not that much. We sharing the soup together. We sharing the same dishes. Yeah, and more big difference is gonna be well recently Korean culture is quite getting like westernized, but still some families still sitting on the floor and has a lower height table and we eating together. That yeah, this is normal culture stuff. And when I came here, the first thing I was eating was like steaks, so like forks and knives, some other things. I've experienced like eating with that things, but I was not good at that. Well, that was the small culture issues, and also like any other cuisine stuff or so. Even same types of the food, like also steaks in the Korea. Also, we have also steak in Korea, but same price, different size. Even one hamburger, just like double cheeseburger, then just like wow, it's not double, it's just like 3 times bigger than Korea or something like that. Even same prices. And even when I go to the Korean restaurant in here, they're selling the same name of the Korean food like bulgogi or 돼지 bulgogi, something like that, but taste is totally different. Like then when asking to the owner, the store owner, they say, why did you cook this way? And they say like, well, Americans like this more taste than Korean. That's why we cook like this way, like more sweet, more sour, I think. And also really interesting things for me was so in here in Korea, some people say like, what kind of food you want to eat as a dinner, and we say like speak as a specifically like I want to eat some bulgogi or I want to eat some hamburgers or that. But in here, many friends just say, oh well, like Thai food or Mexican food, like they are, because America has a lot of their food culture in here and they're mixing it, so they say like I'm gonna eat this country's food. I'm gonna say like Thai food, Chinese food, or Mexican food. Not just saying Taco Bell. Oh well, taco or something. That's just like Mexican food. I think. So like, America is a really big country. That's why they say it like that way or so. I think, yeah, general thing. I think when I first time came here, to feel the differences between Korea. It's gonna be a big difference. First thing is gonna be food, of course, and second thing is gonna be languages. Yeah, languages. So Korea, their grammar was totally different with the like English. Some people, for example, that's why some international students still have some struggling about to learn some like grammar or just English that itself. Or some people are not, because it's totally different. That's why I feel this is more new. That's why they can just accept it itself. But I think that's the second issue, is like grammar or letters or word or that kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
And third, also neural environments, I'm gonna say. So we are in Valdosta. It's quite south and pretty much hot and humid. And when I was in Korea, like we have, for example, our house. We don't have any garden, and usually they're like apartments, apartment shapes. So and also each land is kind of expensive. That's why their houses they're close each other, really close each other. Like I can hear my neighbors like snowing, that kind of things or so. But in here, it's like really looks like kind of the houses things that I was watching in the dramas or like a movie, like Western movie or some type of things. So I quite feel yeah this land is really huge and also price like trying to lend or borrow the trying to buy or trying to land for the houses. It's like 5 times cheaper than Korea, I'm going to say. So like wow.
Thank you for that. It's a lot of information.
Sorry about that.
Let's talk about you specifically and some of your experiences. Are there specific food experiences for you that involve particular ritual or holidays or religious connections?
Mm, I don't have any religions, but I grew up with a Buddhist family, so I have influence of like Buddhism culture. But near around, there's one my good friend named Pate, and during the last years like Thanksgiving Day, he invite his family house. So I was been there, and I eat that like turkey. That was my first time eating the turkey, and it was so delicious. Um, it was really good. Like compared to like Korea for the, like some holidays food or like meeting issues. And I was pretty surprised. Like normally Korean sometimes they live in the same town or something like that, but they usually separate a lot. For example, I live in the Jeju Island, but my cousins or my big brother or brother-in-law live in the like a Seoul, like which is like 1 hour away as a plane. So every time holiday we need to gather in it. So it's kind of big events for them. So we have a lot of meanings for this. So that's why we prepared a lot of food for that. When I was in the Pate for the like Thanksgiving Day, they usually living close each other in the one town, and so like even small members, but they stay all day night and sharing the food and sharing what's going on, or they're talking about their issues, things, and usually one big different thing is we're not like invited someone for a holiday in Korea. Like usually Korean holidays for like some family events for that. The topic usually kind of ceremonial meanings, like for the people for pass away usually. That's why we kind of hate to inviting some different families group or something like that. But in here, like they want to celebrate like things, like trying to celebrate for thanks for the food or thanks for the like some events. That's why they're glad to like inviting someone and share their food and kindness. And that was for me was really big culture different issues and big culture difference and really happy memory I might say.
How do you feel when you're with extended family at a food ritual like that? I mean, is it lively? Is it more subdued?
Can you explain more like easily?
Happy or kind of quiet?
For example, as I told first, like we usually gathering for like ceremonial meanings usually. So pretty much quiet and like really separated, like guys and guys, girls and girls. And this is also culture issues a lot. Like usually Asian culture, they focus more like a guys. That's why like they're eating only with the guys on the one table, and girls just like eating the separate tables or something like that, usually or so. And guys servicing for their like a ceremonial meanings, like performances, like bowing for their ancestors or something like that. But girls usually serving the food, and they stay behind, something like that. And but after that, thanks for if we have like a young children for that, then we just starting to enjoying a meeting like wow, have been seen like a long time ago, like then you grow fast and starting to chatting and how are you, so that thing start like talking to like asking their like how have you been or some type of things. So I'm gonna be saying pretty much quiet for the first time is really because it's really strict moments for the praying for the ancestor. But after that, finishing it, and when we're sharing the food again, then we getting loud, like not break the law, like break the ice or something.
Would you say that within your cultural perspective, is the culture becoming more and more traditional, or is it changing to become more and more different?
Getting more different. Well, like Korea, for example, in Korea, like first time when I was young, like I was sitting on the floor and eating again like big pot food, but when getting more rich, like my father's income's getting more increased or something like that issue, so we can have more furnitures, something like that. Then we starting to not sitting on the floor, like sitting on the chair and with the tables, and like also they have each food. Like my mom's really good at like making a donkas. It's kind of like a fried steaks, I remember saying. Usually we have making big things. When the past time we just make the big things and cutting it and share to everyone. But just now everyone has each their own that meat, that dish. So we're just eating it. And so food, I think compare it here in Korea. Korea has more like coffee shop than here. So like coffee shop, next to the coffee shop there's another coffee shop in here. And coffee shop upstairs, there's all other types of the coffee shop in there. So like getting more like westernized, not tea shop or something like that, like coffee shop.
Do you think the affluence of money, increase in the economy, is it affecting the culture? Is it changing the culture based upon what people are earning?
Yeah, like hipster, you're not using the word, like when they're trying to marketing or targeting to that hipster young people, and that young people like they have interest about the like American culture, like even not only eating food, like even clothing, even furniture, or like trip or so, like travel, some type of things. Also they targeting the young people, and they make the concept like different culture or different country. Like it took still some some people still like to traditional style stuff, like a cafeteria, like a really looks like traditional Korean houses, and they're sitting on the floor and they eating Korean like really beautiful art look eating like dishes, but still a lot of people enjoying it, like again coffee shop like Starbucks or Angelina's, which is kind of similar types of the coffee shop. And not only that, like big like a hamburger shop or Domino's, Popeye's chicken or some other things, KFC, they using a lot. And others, I'm gonna be saying, like the people wants to earn the money, they open up that kind of shops more. That's why they increase their incomes from that things.
Last set of questions is about other cultures. Do you see outside cultures coming into your culture? And if they are, how is that responded to and how is it viewed?
Korea, Korean usually they really strict. For example, I'm not gonna say this is the culture issues, but I'm gonna say like drug stuff or so. Be honest, when I say like in here also another big culture issue was like weed, that kind of dangerous things, and even pill for the like painkiller. Also they using that like drug stuff or so. But in Korea, Korean hate that things by themselves. Some people likes it, but in here country like if you like to do that, you can just we don't care, just do it. Like kind of meaning, cause that's your body and that's your issues. They, if you can handling it, we are not care about it. Just that is your problems and that. But in Korea, like if you want to be getting group, but if you do the like little bit special things, like I'm doing drug or I'm wearing different things, I have a lot of tattoos or something like that, like be more looks like special, like individually like rare, unique. People kind of hate that. They want to be in the trend, something like that, in their own wave. So even different culture, for example, like rap songs, like American like pop songs or so. When they're coming in, first time the people gonna be like I can't understand why they're listening this or something like that. But some people starting to listen it, but it's not quite fast than compared to any other country getting spread the issues. Like hip hop or so. Like in here, rap or other the kind of genre, different themes of songs getting popular when they look like when they're listening, it sounds really cool. Getting popular, but in Korea, like even sounds like cool. It's like, well, this is hip hop. We don't like it or something like that. Like kind of stereotype, I'm gonna say, like, cause inside of the Koreans usually have their own traditional steps a lot. That's why they feel stereotyped in that way. But getting times go by, like young people, like now getting 19 or 20, they can easily to contact with more different culture easier than like my last young time. Like they can see the more different types of movies. They can travel around the world. They can listen more like different songs. That's why they're starting to feel like this is cool. We need to accept this or something like that. That's how even Korea there's a really big wave like making a TV shows like hip hop battle or something like that. Like starting to not insulting like dissing each other, like talk about bad things about you and they also talking bad things about me. They kind of battle songs, things or so. And also comedy, for example, like SNL. There was no SNL in Korea, but in here there's SNL, right? So we kind of, we take the shows and we make our own versions of Korean SNL shows right now. So that Korea still have traditional issues, and a lot of people want to keep that, but have now still have changing it. It's currently like changing it right now.
The last question, and this is kind of broad. What is important to you?
Personally, as viewpoint of my life, I'm gonna say responsibility. Like, cause it's connected to everything, like starting from the relationship and also health, and not only that things like school issues or so. If I I don't have any responsibility, then if I don't have any responsibility, I can keep hold these things, all of these things. Then if I keep struggling or keep effort for the like do the responsibility stuff for the relationships, schoolworks, or like take care of myself or something like that, I think in the end it's gonna be happy. That's why happy and there's nothing better. That's why most important thing is gonna be responsibility. And I learned these things from my father. So and also my father, he succeed himself in his life. So for me, just like there's a really good goal in there. That's why I'm trying to follow it.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we're done. It was very comprehensive.